Welcome to the Shit Show with Joe Bosco, a podcast about pet waste removal franchises served with a side of humor. Hosted by Joe Bosco, the passionate owner of Yard Sweepers, this series delves deep into the nitty-gritty of the pet waste removal industry and beyond. Whether you're knee-deep in the business or eyeing a franchise opportunity, we've got you in the little black bag. And here's your host, Joe Bosco.
Good morning, everybody.
We are back.
What's up, guys?
Morning,
Let's
everyone.
do it.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Shit Show with Joe Bosco.
What's up?
We're here with the man himself, his two children, Victoria and Douglas, and his third illegitimate child, myself.
Would I be the compassionate owner? I don't think I would be the compassionate.
No, quite the opposite.
All right.
I said passionate.
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 It's not the same. Anyway, so I think today we should talk about prices, right? Pricing. I mean, in the world of what we do, pricing is the utmost of importance because your competitors are going to try to price you or whatever. But what I've learned is I didn't know anything. When I started this, I had no idea. How much do you charge to pick up a pile of shit? I don't know, a nickel? Like, I had no idea. So we went.
Please tell me that you started with a nickel.
Per pile.
No, I had to go to use the facilities at the bathroom in an apartment community. I went in, I had my hat and my shirt on. They're like, where have you been? There's a trade. Like, they told me, I started the business in one conversation, basically. When I didn't think it was going to work, I was 9 months in. I thought it was all residential. Turns out it was big and commercial side. So when I walked into this place and used the facilities, came out, and she said, what do you do? And I said, well, we pick up the poop at people's property. She's like, there was a guy doing it for years and he just faded away. We haven't seen him in 2 years. We need you.
He just faded away?
Yeah,
well,
I remember you told maybe you don't remember.
Does that happen often in the poop?
He was
picking
ill.
up
Yeah,
in
he was old. He got
business?
ill.
Okay.
And he was undercharging. They were like, we loved him because he was charging us pennies.
So it wasn't pet waste removal related?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, maybe he got like E. coli or something.
Yeah, I thought maybe this job is more dangerous.
Oh, maybe he got it in the
Got a
mouth.
little
Remember, he
taste
got the
and
taste of the
just-
peat bag in
But
the
I've
mouth.
tasted it before, and
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not.
How's that working out for you?
No.
look at me now.
Yeah. But the pricing, I mean, I was so surprised that, I just said, here's a price. Well, firstly, she said, well, there's a trade show in a week. Can you get into the trade show? And I'm like, I don't know who do I call. She gave me the information. We got in, me and my brother, and we basically had a line of people that were apartment communities ready to sign up.
Who
that
is
night.
this angel that just you happened to run into a week before
Marquis at
trade show?
Silverton. That was a property that I was soliciting for residential and stumbled on the commercial. Literally, that was it. Residential took side note to the commercial, which is, the numbers are, 10 times a residential.
Yeah, we've adjusted pricing too. Like,
yeah.
obviously, over the years, you adjust, things change, you realize you're
Well,
lower than others or higher than others, and you got to change.
Right. There's certain areas, like I hadn't changed pricing in 10 years. I never raised somebody's price. And then finally, about 3 years ago, I'm like, you know what? And we were worried, that people are going to say, we don't want you anymore. Not one person complained. They were all in. So that was nice to know that it's not just about the price. And I've told people that it's about the relationship. Our customer relations, I mean, if they call me, I am on the phone. If they email me, I'm on the phone with them within 5 minutes. We're always monitoring because, you don't want shit to be a problem. And it could be, if you wake up on a Monday morning, you're an apartment community manager, you go in, you're doing all these things. You got apartments you're looking to rent. All of a sudden the guy's like, hey, there's a pet station here. The poop's overflowing. What do we do? Just call Joe. He'll come out and take care of it. That's where we are now. It took me 18 years to get to that point.
To build that relationship.
Where they say, just call Joe.
Yes.
And we get customers now where, let me be careful how I say this. So you always have to go after new customers. And I think you have to do it face-to-face. I think you have to go and get it. I don't think it's email. I don't think it's phone calls. They're helpful, but I don't think they fully work. So I think that once we learned how to do it and the right pricing, it was easy. Like, people now, they just, hey, we got a property we need to take care of. Like, it's not like, hey, can you give me a bid and take 3 bids?
Yeah, now we're on their list. It's like
Right.
they get a property that has pet stations. They know their guys don't want to do it, so immediately we get the call.
Especially the landscaping companies we work with, they're great. They don't want their guys to do it. So, and they don't want to do it, so they just call us. And we've worked out the pricing enough to know. So, I think the hardest thing right now for somebody that's looking and kicking the tires for a Yard Sweepers franchise, they're going, I don't want to be a first. You know, what if? Like, I want to be the 10th or the 12th. I want to see a proven product. And I think we're ready. I mean, I know we're ready. I think we've done everything we can in our ability to make somebody, here's the key to start a franchise in Charlotte or Utah or Nevada or New York, anywhere you want to go, you know, it's ready to go. And it's the investment, I think, is not that big of an investment for the return that you can make. So,
Well, pricing is a hot topic when it comes to franchises, businesses.
Always. Everything.
So just big picture, Joe, how is it that you defined the pricing? You said a couple of years ago you had to raise the prices. How was that decided?
I think it was more about what we needed to cover our end as far as yard sweepers. You know, you got to pay a mortgage, you got to pay the phone bill, you got to pay all these bills, and then you have a business that also has bills. So once you can come to a point where you have enough money, like it used to be a side gig for me, and we've talked about that. You know, I'd go to work at the church, get done at 2:00, and I'd be out till 7:00 picking up dog crap. I did that for 7 years. But, you know, I try to tell Doug and Victoria that you have to earn it. Like, it just doesn't come, like Doug got lucky, right? Because I built this thing and now he's going to be able to take it over. But he knows I'll be darned if I'm just going to give you something, you're going to piss it away. You know, this thing is going to work. And he's learning.
Well, he wouldn't piss it away, right?
No,
he would shit it away.
Shit it away. Well, but well done.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I think the pricing has come to where we need to be. I know exactly where I need to be to support the business, and I know the amount of customers we have now. We're in a really good spot. But how do you keep it up? You know, how do you know there's not a 2008 around the corner, you know, where the shit hits the fan? Shit hits the fan. And you know, in 2008, we were a little company, and we got kicked hard. You know, we lost half our business, but we stuck around, and through COVID, unbelievably through COVID, we still survived. And
I was going to ask, you brought up 2008, but
yeah,
I think what's on all of our minds was 2020.
Yeah,
and how that affected the entire world.
It was crazy, but here we are.
Literally did. I think we grew.
Yeah.
Did you?
It was quiet, but yeah, we grew. We got calls, especially people like, oh, I don't want to touch it. Oh, we'll touch it. You know,
I don't know, touch it.
Don't be, you know what I'm saying.
They'll try not to touch it.
Pet stations. That's our favorite thing in the world right now, pet stations. Because every pet station, I just see little dollar signs. And anybody that owns a company should see that. Because those things, your neighbors, you know, Karen, who lives 2 doors down, when she's walking and she says,
Karen,
oh, look at I don't even have a dog. I'm calling the HOA. Well, that's good for us because then the HOA calls us. And that's the way it works.
Well, what we started doing too is putting our number on the actual station. So if it's overflowing, the HOA doesn't even get a call. It goes right to us.
Right.
So, like they
So
don't even
no
have
complaints.
To.
Oh,
It's
that's
almost
smart.
like totally out of their hands. They don't even hear about it anymore.
Right. So they just see a yard sweeper sticker and a yard sweeper's number, and they just say, hey, I'm at the corner of Palermo in Utah, and your pet station's overflowing. So can you come out here?
Yeah.
I don't think that corner exists.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
This is America out in Utah.
All right. So with pricing, what are some items you've really had to research? And
The price of pet stations. So that was a big one. How do you install a pet station? Most of these guys that are maintenance guys on these properties, the last thing they want to do is this. You know, they'd rather do anything else. So we learned how to install a pet station correctly. What I found the first few years that these things were falling over and just a nightmare. Nobody put a concrete basin. It literally takes a second to put a concrete basin. Quick creek, little water, boom, that thing's not moving. And we learned how to do that. We learned pricing. I have great relationships with everybody I buy my bags from. The company I buy my pet stations, they do a buy one, get one free. That's money. You can get a buy one, get one free. And if the one you buy and install, something happens to it, they replace it for free, for life. Yeah, that's the stuff that once you learn it, you're like, that's a money-making idea there. So yeah, we are really focused commercially on the pet stations right now because they're easier to do, quicker for my employees to maintain, and they can do a lot more stops. And they're very lucrative in each station. So.
Yeah, you drive through with the truck and HOA, you pull right up, you just take the bag, throw it in the back, on to the next one. It's like very quick as opposed to you got to deal with the ground, you got to get out, you got to grab your scoop.
Right, as an apartment community, right. If you have to do the grounds
so
and not the pet stations.
it's much easier just doing the stations.
Yeah.
But
like we have a couple of accounts with, 50, 60 pet stations. Do that twice a week, at the end of the month, that number's a good number.
But, it takes the employee 4 hours to do that.
Right. But
one property.
right.
So it's half their day.
Right, but it's a lucrative property.
Yeah.
So dude. That's why you need the truck. Like when we started, just use your car, you're fine. Well, you can't put 60 pet stations worth of crap in a car.
Yeah, I was doing it in a Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah,
Remember that?
it was not ideal.
Shit box. It was like a shit hot box.
Yeah.
Just driving around.
And then that thing just flips. Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
The catastrophe.
It's like Back to the Future.
He came home
those
Friday.
poop
He's
scenes.
like, "This is the worst job ever." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
No, I had
The
to
rain.
work Saturday because the rain and first world problems.
Had to work.
Doug always picks the best days to
I
work.
come home. I come
It's like,
home
oh, I work
soaking
Friday,
wet.
and it's
pouring
hurricaning
rain.
outside.
I'm sorry. Did you say I had to work on
One
Saturdays?
choice. I could have.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Why would you work on Friday? Let's work on
Do you have your little violin? You playing it?
Nobody works on Saturdays.
Nobody. He has this idyllic world of this. Yeah.
All right, you brought up trucks though. Let's talk about trucks.
Well, we just
Trucks
got
have a cost.
We
They have a
scored our
price.
second truck through our business, and we got a Toyota Tacoma. It's about 4 years old. I'm having it wrapped today. Hopefully, to have it to my employee later today or tomorrow. And it's exciting for the employee too, because now they don't have to use their own vehicle. I always pay once they're done, and I get them a truck. I get their car detailed for them, because they used it for the business. Yeah, but it's a good truck. I mean, it's a 4-cylinder, which sounds bad, but for gas, when you're out there 100, 150 miles a day, 4-cylinder makes a difference. So we'll see how it goes, but it's exciting for us to watch it grow, and this is a big deal for us. So it's exciting. But all about the price. I mean, I told the guy that looks for my used cars, I said, I'm not in a rush. So when you find the right thing, and literally took him 3 months. And finally, he's like, I think I found one. Me and Doug went and looked at it. Beautiful on the
It's
outside.
newer than both our trucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's nice.
Newer than both our trucks, and we're just going to pick up dog shit, but it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as far as the business goes, you need the trucks to be able to run it,
Absolutely.
more effectively.
Yeah. But
And
you have to, that's why the investment, if you come in, I strongly suggest part of your initial investment is getting a used truck and wrapping it. Do you have to? No. If you're doing the work yourself, no, you don't have to. But getting that exposure is big.
so don't get a brand new Jeep Wrangler.
No.
Look at a used.
That's a
Actual
bad
truck.
The worst vehicle for picking up shit.
I agree.
had to guess.
I agree. Anyway, but
And maybe
it's-
like a Prius or
Yeah, I think there's probably
like
worse,
a
like a smart car.
smart car.
So when is the big day?
August 1st, 30 days away.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So today we're going to be looking at an apartment that includes all the amenities that you guys asked for. Do you have a washer and dryer?
No, we do not.
That's okay. We have facilities and you can also rent from us. Oh, this is one of our residents, Howard.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm just out here taking Regis and Kathy Lee here for a walk.
Yeah, and I'm just showing them an apartment today.
Oh, great. That means the three of us need to probably find a new spot. All right, see you later.
Oh, this also reminds me, we are extremely pet friendly. Do either of you have pets?
No, we don't.
That may change as soon as you move into this community. Oh, what happened? I was just just leaving you a little present. See, I have this for you. This little bag. Scoop it up and put it right in there.
Is this normal? What the crap?
You have got to be kidding me. Let's get out of here.
But we're pet friendly. Lost another one.
You know, it didn't have to be this way. Don't lose leases because of the feces. Yard sweepers. Number 1 in the number 2 business.
Talking to Victoria's friend's dad, and he's great. And when we got to the point, he said, "How many trucks do you have?" I said, "None." He said, "Stop. You have to get trucks." And when I told my first employee that they were getting a truck, they were very excited because they knew they didn't have to use their truck anymore. They didn't have to use their car and get it full of crap and make it a disaster. So it's a big upgrade for them. But yeah, it's a big upgrade for us too. Our name is everywhere. Like my friends now text me, "Hey, I saw your truck. Like,
Yeah, there's
that's
a
pretty
QR
cool.
code on the back, on the side. So like driving by, you just scan it. It goes right to our website.
Yeah.
We try and set it up. Yeah. Like,
So that's like another avenue. When I tell you about franchising, like I never thought about that until I thought about it, and I'm like, that means a lot. That moves that up to a high priority, more than getting another employee or anything like that. Get him a car.
yeah, we've
That's what
got
we do.
customers just from
Oh, yeah.
people seeing the truck drive by.
People do this. That's the question.
Absolutely.
They're like, people actually do that. I'm like, yeah,
I feel like it's very unique too. Nobody really sees a lot of.
yeah.
I mean, they see a lot of wrapped like cars or whatever promoting different businesses, but you don't see a lot of wrapped cars promoting.
Dog shit.
Well, I know that there are
It's a
other
niche.
companies
Yeah.
Right.
that do what Yard Sweepers does.
Yep.
But I've never once seen any of those trucks.
Yeah, we see one a lot. That's a national company, which we're trying to be.
So how quickly into Yard Sweepers before you purchased that first truck?
15 years,
More than that, 17. Right.
16 years about. Yeah, it was a long
I
time.
mean, it was
I didn't
less
know
than a
it
year.
until I knew it. You know, and once he said it, I'm like, really? And sure enough, when we told the employee, like, oh, what a huge win. Thank you so much. So,
Yeah.
so it's good.
We did have problems with the first truck though. For the first like half a year, it was like just a shit show, literally.
Well, it was a God thing because I got the truck and he told me the truck's got 125,000 miles. There's no way I can put a policy, an insurance thing on it. Something was wrong with it. It's too old. I said, well, I can't buy it. The next day he called me up. He's like, all right, I got you in a CNA contract.
Of course.
Literally, and I'm not joking.
I'm sorry. What, CNA?
CNA, that's the name of the company. It's like Geico.
Okay.
It's just the name of a company
Gotcha.
that handles that. And literally, I'm not kidding. We got the truck in January. By February, I had it towed 3 times. I had put $14,000 into the truck since I bought it, all covered by the contract. Now, if I didn't have that, we'd be talking, there'd be no new truck. You know what I mean? So you got to be really careful on when you're making a big decision in your business. You know, cover your ass. I mean, that's what I did. I just said, without that, I can't get it. And thank goodness I did that because I would have been out.
Yeah, it was
15
literally
grand.
the point where we would get it fixed and we'd let it go out the next day and it would break literally the next day. We'd be like,
Wow.
Our tech would be like, I'm so sorry to call you.
Well, and
I
it
would-
puts a lot on her too because she's got to push her days back because now the truck's broken. She loses a day, you know. It's
Right. But the
a lot.
benefit was that we learned that there is an option. Once you have a truck, you can't tell them to go in their car now, right? So what do? You rent a U-Haul. So
Yep.
we did that for the first time when this happened. And it worked out great. It was a little expensive, but you know what? We got through the day. She was able to do all her stops and we did it. So you take that hit, I guess, and if it was out 2 days, then you take it for 2 days. But that really helped us because they didn't have to go back to their vehicle.
Wait, what size U-Haul? One of those real
Pickup. Just a
real
pickup
big
truck.
ones?
No, just a
like you're
pickup truck.
moving? I just imagined one of those, even with like the little, layer up top, like just filled
With dog shit.
with dog shit. I mean, cha-ching.
Well,
That
it's
would
so
be- I
weird
mean-
during the summer too. That how much shit there is, and the smell.
people walk.
Terrible. People walking a lot more. Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
gross.
So when does the new truck come in with the new wraps?
Oh, we're supposed to get it today. I talked to the guy today. He was
Nice.
supposed to call me, but I haven't heard from him.
So you guys should take photos of it.
Yeah,
post
we
it
did
on social.
Yeah, we did, and we will.
Well,
He didn't call me yet, so
I think it's time for the game.
let's go.
All right. So
Don't look at the screen, Doug.
if you guys have
Cheat out,
watched or
too late.
listened to the shit show before now, you know that we always have a game. And the theme of this shit show is The Price is Right, right? So
yeah, Bob
we're going to
Barker.
do a little Price is Right themed game. Here's
Come
how it
on
works.
down. You're
Please.
the next contestant.
All right.
He's already put it up there. Here's how it works. So this is going to be The Price is Right. All three of you are playing against each other. Okay. Eyes off the screen.
I have
Focus
so
just for a
much-
second. I know.
I have
Bananas.
so
Joe
many
should
ideas.
not have put it up that quickly. All right.
Yeah, my
But-
ADHD is like,
I
We're
can't
going to
stop
talk
looking.
about 3 different Amazon items. These
Okay.
are real items that
Gotcha.
are really sold on Amazon.
Who's playing.
The 3 of you
Okay.
are playing against each other.
Gotcha.
And here's how it's going to work. Douglas, you'll start the first round.
Okay.
The next round, Mr. Bosco,
Got
you'll
it.
start. And then Victoria, you'll start the last item. 3 items. Rules of Price is Right. You have to guess the price that it currently is for sale
Without
on
going over.
Amazon without going over. If you go over, you're out from that round.
Question.
Can
How
you
do
can
have
you
a
bid
question?
$1?
How do you possibly have a question?
No, I have a question though. Will you give us product details?
I would love
Thank you.
love nothing more
Thank you.
than to give you the product
You need an
details
explanation for this.
of the
Yes.
Hutzler 571 banana
Yes.
slicer. All right.
No, I got it.
Oh,
So-
that's a Hutzler.
Yeah.
This is a
The
Hutzler. This is the Hutzler 571. This is a
Is it
banana
gold?
There it
slicer.
goes.
Is it gold laden?
I don't believe so. I
Bronze.
believe it
What is
is
the material?
just
Yeah.
a cheap yellowish
It's a Hutzler.
plastic.
Oh,
Plastic?
so you're messing that.
Wow.
So you're saying cheap plastic trying to influence our bidding? No, I'm good. Go ahead. Move on.
1 point will go to whoever gets closest to the real price without going over. Okay. And then after 3 rounds, whoever has the most points wins.
Nice.
Before you bid on the Hutzler 571 banana slicer, I would like to just go ahead and read one of the actual reviews.
Yes, please.
That an actual customer wrote about this product. He said, "For decades, I've been trying to come up with an ideal way to slice a banana. Use a knife, they say. Well, my parole officer won't allow me to get around knives. Shoot it with a gun. Background check, hello. I had to resort to carefully attempting to slice those bananas with my bare hands.
No.
99.9% of the time, I would get so frustrated that I just ended up squishing the fruit in my hands and throwing it against the wall in anger. Then, after a fit of banana-induced rage, my parole officer introduced me to this kitchen marvel, and my life was forever changed. No longer consumed by seething anger and
This guy's
animosity
a
towards
monkey. This guy's an ape.
no longer can. Hopefully, this is you guys are listening, so you can get the right price in. No longer consumed by seething anger and animosity towards thick-skinned yellow fruit, I was able to concentrate on my love of theater, and I'm currently writing a musical about 2 lovers from rival gangs that just try to make it in the world. I think I'll call it South Side Story. Banana slicer, thanks to you, I see greatness on the horizon.
What?
All right, Douglas, you get the based on that review. Obviously,
Terrible
people
review.
love this banana slicer.
Can you give me product? Is it metal or plastic?
It is plastic.
Plastic.
You should know also there's another review that's for 1 star. This is just for balance. And that person said, "Do not purchase. Item is defective. All of my bananas turn the other direction."
And
You're an
can't
idiot.
fix them. Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm gonna go for sure lower than $10. $7.70.
$7.70.
Yep.
Okay. Joe.
You go last, right?
Yep.
It's an
Like, go
advantage.
What'd you say?
Big advantage.
$7.70. He's locked in.
771.
Of course.
Okay. And Victoria.
$7.25.
Okay. Everyone
Over.
has gone over. Rebid.
Over
The lowest. The lowest was $7.25. Go ahead.
Worst product.
we're going again.
ever.
You have to.
$3.50.
Okay.
555.
Way too high.
$5.35.
You said 555. She said 535. Correct price $7.03.
Oh,
Joe Bosco gets
So
1
I'm
point.
closer.
You were $7.25.
We need some
Yeah.
audience applause there.
You won.
I won.
He won. So 1 point
Why does that suck?
for Mr. Bosco. All right, item number 2. This is the UFO-02 detector. It can detect UFOs. It, as you can see, is an internal magnetometer.
Easy for you.
When that goes, yep. We all know what that does. It's interfaced with a microcontroller for 24-hour, 7-day-a-week monitoring. So there's no hour when
Never
you
stops.
can't be monitoring possible
Magnetic
UFOs.
Leap year.
Magnetic anomalies that have been reported with many, many UFO sightings. Basically, I just read that description
What's
off
the
the
material
Amazon.
of this?
That looks
Oh.
expensive.
Good question. I mean, if you look at the image, you can see
looks
there's some
like
plastic,
crap.
there's some lights, and there's
Is there another look at it? Like a
Nope.
no.
another view?
That's what you get.
Now,
Now,
I see something protruding out of the back that might change the
the fuck
value.
For the UFOs to get in.
Oh, it can't. So it's like
It's like
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
I got you.
it detects the UFOs.
Oh, it doesn't.
What does it do when it actually detects it? I assume it
Lights go up.
lights up. This review says this little gizmo is a bargain at twice the price and much more accurate than the voices that are in my head.
And he's schizo for sure.
So
So I go first.
with that, Joe, what is your price?
It's all plastic. So I'm going to go 1995.
I'm gonna go $12.50.
I think it's a lot of money.
So
What did you? What were the top?
I don't remember.
I just
We,
want
I don't know,
19
we just said it.
So
He just winked at
19.
me.
I want more than you.
1995 is what
What
Joe
is that?
Bosco said.
1996.
And Douglas wins the actual retail
23.
price, $127.95.
And 139 reviews.
But imagine paying only $127
I feel
and
like
you
it's a
look up
bargain.
in the sky and
You've
there
captured an
is your friends from another world.
Doesn't work.
Your life would be changed.
You know, dudes, it's
All right.
Anyway.
Well, we got 1 point Joe, 1 point Douglas, and this is the last item. This item is called the Daddle.
We had that when we were younger.
No, he just
Me and Daddy.
there's some device. He just,
This is an actual product called the Daddle. It is a saddle for dads. The
can only dads
There's
use
so
by
many
Cashel.
disturbing things on that photo right there.
Yeah. This is an actual item for sale on Amazon, and here is a review. At first, I thought this product was wonderful, but oh, how things change. Don't be deceived by the joyful picture. This is a hazardous product that should not be sold without severe warning. After a long day of being ridden by my children,
Ridden by my children.
I was grazing on some nearby greens when my daughter dropped a dish on the ground. It broke, and the noise spooked me, of course, causing me to rear back, and I kicked my son in the head. Now he talks with a speech impediment, and he has a wonky eye. I haven't taken the Daddle off in 3 weeks because I can't face the reality of what I've done. My wife won't speak to me. I have badly infected rug burn on both of my knees, and I'm malnourished from eating nothing but carrots. Although my eyesight has never been better. Damn you, Daddle. You ruined my life.
Oh,
Victoria starts off
does
the,
that
the
cloth
bidding.
come with it?
He's crying. He's tears.
I
of-
believe it does.
Good. 'cause
And
that
look at that.
changes
Look at
my
the
mind.
saddle. Look at the saddle or the little stirrups that she can.
She's
put
got
her
a
feet
belt
in.
buckle on it.
Is that a-
Boots. She's got boots on.
could be a
Ooh, what if you could do an upgrade with like
Spurs.
spurs?
Dad's got a big
Go,
coat on
Dad,
his
go. All right, Victoria.
Can you
Good
zoom out
luck
and
on
see
this
how
one.
many reviews were on the... Wow.
It's too many.
Casual Daddle saddle. Child Western horse toy saddle.
That's priceless.
I'm going to go $35.
35.
What?
Okay, Douglas.
It can't be. It can't be 35. I'm gonna go $10.
And Mr. Bosco.
That's so
And the correct retail price, $44.03. Victoria gets the
We
point.
all have one.
I was going to guess
Of course.
$42.
Of course, we all have one.
So
Always did the math.
Joe, what I talked about earlier is exactly what happened. All three of you got a point, and you have a shared victory.
Now we ride. We're all gonna ride.
I don't have another one.
Wow.
We're all gonna ride our daddles into the sunset.
I think you should each buy each other one of those
I
three
can't believe
items.
but those are real.
Those are real
That's
Amazon
It's $44. That was $50 for one of those.
The UFO thing
It's
was
like a
100.
stuffed- Yeah,
That
was
was
out of this-
ridiculous.
That was
way
out of
more.
this world.
I was.
Good job.
Well done.
That's it for this week's game.
That was a lot of fun, Brian. I have not laughed that hard in a long time.
You were
and
crying.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah,
good.
it's not sweat, it's tears.
No, well, it's a mixture.
Mixture.
Tears are sweat, isn't it?
No.
Urine.
No.
Tears are urine.
What? Maybe
Oh,
yours
what
are.
are tears?
We're going.
You have a disease.
We're going quickly down this mountain.
All right, well, that's a wrap. Let's wrap this thing up for this week, and we'll be back hopefully next week, if not the week after. But we'll put it out there on social media. My social media guru,
Yep, they'll be
Victoria.
out there.
All right, we'll put
We
it
have a Halloween coming up soon,
Yeah,
and so
you may
that's
see
gonna
some
be
stuff.
Special episode.
the inspiration of
Excuse
one
me,
of our episodes.
man behind the door, can you make sure it's cooler in here in the time? If we're wearing costumes, we'll be melting.
Sprinkler is looking
Yeah.
at the wall.
What am I looking at? The wall. Oh, the wall.
I mean, maybe
Hey.
not, Joe. Maybe your costume is a Baywatch bikini,
Yeah, it could be.
and
No,
that's it.
please.
You'd want to see that.
Maybe
A uni.
we should each choose each other's costumes.
I know my costume's going to be.
I already got mine, so we're good.
Just me and Daddle.
No,
You would have
that's
that
not gonna happen.
come riding in on a Daddle.
Actually,
That's
that
not
would be the
happening.
greatest costume ever. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.
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 Thanks for listening. This episode is complete. If you want to be number one in the number two business, be sure to check out yardsweepers.net and learn more about becoming a franchise owner. This podcast is produced at Podcast Carry and brought to you by Yard Sweepers. Be sure to subscribe wherever you download your podcasts.